Welcome back. This is the next section on the National Weather Service Spokane's virtual spotter training. And this section is about spotter reports. Spotter reports are very important, and it's the best way to get the weather information to the Weather Service. Basically, weather spotters are volunteers who provide the eyes and ears for the National Weather Service on reporting severe and hazardous weather. So basically, what we'd like you to do is to tell us your story. If you observe severe or hazardous weather, we'd like you to give us a call or send the report online. And what we'd like to know is who, what, and where, when the event began or ended. If there's any wind speed information or hail size information, that's also very valuable. In addition, any types of damage or injuries due to weather. And if you're unsure of the report, please let us know about that as well. Reports while traveling are important too, like going from home to work, or maybe you're on a vacation. And of course, anything that's delayed or secondhand reports are important as well. There's another way to describe the reporting format, and this would be the TLCF. And it's really an acronym that means T, time of the event, L, location of the event, whether it be a roadway or an intersection, C, the condition or what is happening, and S is the source. So who you are, whether you give your name or your spotter ID, or if you're a ham radio operator, your call sign. And some important reportable criteria span from tornadoes and funnel clouds to gusty winds, flooding, hail, and any storm damage. Now there's many different ways to provide these reports. The most common way is our toll-free number, which is right there on the screen, 800-483-4532. Like I mentioned before, our office is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so there's always somebody here to answer the phone. Another way is to do it online and send a report. If you go to our website, we have a link right there on the front of the page that allows you to submit online spotter reports. If you're a ham radio operator, best way to do that would be to relay reports to your central collection point, and they will send it to our office. Now, social media has been a great way of collecting weather reports. If you're on Twitter, you can send the reports and hashtag Washington Weather, Idaho Weather, or just at NWS Spokane. Also, you can always call the sheriff, and the dispatch office there will relay the reports to us. And we're always interested in pictures. So if you have any pictures you'd like to share, please send it to our email address at nws.spokane@noaa.gov. Here is the list of different types of weather we would like to hear from weather spotters. It's our checklist for the inland Northwest. Starting off with tornadoes or funnel clouds, then strong winds that are 30 miles an hour or stronger, hail, half an inch in diameter or greater, heavy rain, flooding, any types of mixed precipitation. That could be freezing rain or sleet, snow. Basically anything that's more than 2 inches if you're in lower elevations, and you're in the higher elevations, maybe 6 or 8 inches or more. Poor visibility, so that's visibility down to a half an inch, mile, or less. Any types of travel problems due to weather. Any damage, injury, or loss of life. Any types of excessive heat or excessive cold. So here's an example of a good spotter report. Here we have our forecaster who is looking at the radar at his workstation, monitoring where the storm is, And all of a sudden, the phone rings, and it's a weather spotter who's calling in. And he says, "This is John Smith, Spokane Spotter 85, calling from my home on the South Hill. There's currently a strong thunderstorm with quarter-size hail and very heavy rain, and it began about 10 minutes ago." Here is an example of another good spotter report. "This is John Smith of Kootenai 103. I'm currently driving along I-90 near mile marker 170. Looking north, I can see what appears to be a funnel cloud dropping down from the base of a thunderstorm. I can't tell there's any rotation reaching the ground, but I wanted to pass that information along. I'll email a photo to you when I get back home." Again, a very good spotter report. Now, here is a spotter report that really is not ideal. And it goes like this. "Hi there. How are you doing? Who is this?" "Well, hi, Andy. I'm spotter in Okanagan County. I see lightning to the north, and it rained here a little bit ago. The news is saying it's much worse to the south. Are we going to get another storm? How long is it supposed to last? What about tomorrow?" Now, for weather spotters, you should be providing the information of the storm and not really finding out what the forecast is going to be. Now, the best way to send reports would be by the phone with our toll-free number, but there's also ways to do it online, and here is the link to do it right from your computer to submit a spotter report. And at the web page, you can find a link right at the bottom that it says Submit a Storm Report. Emailing photographs is terrific. Remember, send them to nws.spokane@noaa.gov and we can share them at future spotter talks. Social media is another great way to share your reports. We have Facebook accounts, Twitter accounts, and we're also on YouTube. You can follow or like us or subscribe and share the weather data with that. Now, during severe weather, if we see severe weather in your location, we will likely try to call and get information from you of what you're experiencing to try to get the ground truth firsthand. So don't be surprised if you get a call from the Weather Service when there's storms in your area. So here's an example of this. We're looking on radar. We see some storms in an area. We're able to plot the location of the weather spotter along with the phone number. So in this case, we have Carl, and we're going to give Carl a call. "Hi, this is Andy from the National Weather Service. Is this Carl?" "Hi, Carl. We're tracking a strong storm that looks like it's just passed over your home. What type of weather did you get? Was there any strong winds or hail with that storm?" And then from that, we can get weather data right on the spot. Now, also, we have your email addresses, which is very useful. We'll likely notify you the day before or the day of if there is a widespread risk of severe weather with hail, wind, snow, or flooding. Also, quarterly, we issue our Weather Watcher newsletters. That's packed with all kinds of great, useful information. So expect to be seeing that quarterly throughout the year. And this concludes our second session of our virtual spotter training. Please check back for part 3.